Hey, go!
972, can we work more units at Church of Maine?
You need to suck dick! Back up! Back up!
We need more units at Church
Back
of Maine.
up!
Welcome back to Capers, a police podcast here with the IA guy. Bringing in the street dude, man. Pat's going to join us because we got a caper for you, man. Look, this thing is going viral. Let me set it up for you. Now we're going to go to the wonderful state of Vermont in Burlington Police Department. This happened in July 27th, 2024. And what you have is what we call here in California a 415 man, which is someone who's just acting all crazy and wild in the streets, right? Disturbing the peace. Sometimes not even 415. We even say he's even 416 for that matter. But it's disorderly conduct. So here's what happened. Take a look.
Hey, go!
972, can we work more units at Church of Maine?
You need to suck dick! Back up! Back up!
We need more units at Church
Back
of Maine.
up! Back up! Back up! I'm gonna tase you! Back up!
Back up! Back up!
You can't tase me!
417 taser deployed. Back up!
Show me your hands!
Back
Show
up!
me your hands! You're gonna get tased again! Show me your hands! Down on the
Back
ground!
up!
Down on the ground! Yeah, on the ground. On the ground, come on! On the ground. Back up, back up, back up, back up. You just called the cops.
Why?
I don't know. See if people move this out.
He just came up and talked to
He didn't say a word.
Lost his legs, crumbled towards his body.
Stop recording shit, first of all!
Come on back up.
Let's hear it.
You guys start doing some crowd control, keep them back.
Okay, Code 6. Pat, man, thanks for coming back, man.
Oh, always. Thanks for having me.
Hey, dude, I just had to get this on because it started going viral. And like always, man, what's the first thing that went through your mind when you first saw this incident?
To put it lightly, scared cops. Scared cops.
And let me intervene right there because I beg to ask, do we have cops that are scared when they come on this profession?
I think it's a topic that's getting more and more in the spotlight, where people now with the, body cams and everything being made public record, you're starting to see officers' actions or inactions that appear to be due to fear more and more. Even from my own career perspective, I saw it a ton. I'm sure you've seen it a ton as well.
Yeah, and I guess a better question would be are we hesitant, or is there a hesitancy to act? And if so, why is it that we, I suppose this cop, we can pass a little judgment, and I'm sure this cop probably is looking back saying, you know what, I should have done something. What's your thoughts?
I feel like when people say, oh, the current political climate makes cops hesitant, does that play a role? Yes, absolutely. Do I think that scapegoat flies when you're being physically assaulted? No, I think that just starts to illustrate a character trait that you have inside you,
I couldn't agree with you more. My thinking is that, and we were talking about this before we started recording, is I don't necessarily believe that cops are under the impression that you got to fight, dude. You have to get into a Donnybrook. I don't think that message, especially in the academy, maybe, and I might be wrong, and don't try to pass too much judgment on Burlington Police Department or any academy within the state of Vermont. But come on, man, you got to be you have to be instructing officers, hey, man, there comes a time you have to know your use of force policy, but there's going to come a time where you got to get it on, man, and you have to fucking fight.
Yeah, 100%. I could just speak from my own experience with the police academy that I went to. When I went through, there was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of boxing. maybe too much. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know. And then I know some ensuing classes. Some classes complained, and they felt that there was too much fighting, and the fighting portion or the defensive tactics was all but removed, with the exception of the bare minimum.
Yes.
Which I think is doing officers a disservice.
Good
because,
point.
You know, the job isn't for everybody.
Correct.
And you never really know how you're going to react until you're actually hit in the face.
Yeah.
And, you know, then you know right away, like, oh, this is for me, or, oh, this is not for me.
You know what? You bring up such a good point. Sometimes I kind of feel that the message that we send to officers, especially when it comes to use of force, it's kind of like, it's a bit contradicting. So we ask you to de-escalate. That's such a buzzword, right? We want you to try to minimize or de-escalate the situation to the point where you don't have to use a taser, or you don't have to use your baton. You don't want to pepper spray or OC spray them. But hold on a second. Now you're asking me, all right, cool. I'm going to get it on. I have to learn BJJ. I think that's great. It's the wave of the future when it comes to ground type of wrestling and to survive. I get all that. But hey, man, sometimes I'm going to have to fucking punch you in the face, bro. I mean, I'm striking for whatever it is that takes to get that suspect into custody, to effect an arrest, to prevent an escape, and to overcome whatever resistance I'm experiencing, right? But hold on a second. Striking someone in the head, that's not part of the menu of use of force. What's your thoughts?
Well, you know, I think de-escalation is kind of misunderstood to begin with, because you're de-escalating the situation with the hopes of using as minimal force as necessary. And somehow that message has got misconstrued to, no, you de-escalate by not using force. No. I'm going to diffuse this situation by using the force necessary to diffuse it and de-escalate the situation, stop it from going further than where it needs to be.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean someone hits me in the face and I'm like, hey, bro, put your hands behind your back.
Yeah.
No, that's not how that goes.
Yeah, and you know what? And to be a little critical, don't let someone close in on distance, especially if you're acting all crazy like that and wild and being disruptive, belligerent. You know what? Take 2 steps back, dude. Get your baton out and say, look, listen, get the fuck away from me. Now you committed a crime. So now, hey, put your hands, behind your back. Disorderly conduct. Fuck it. I'm in. We're in. And by the way, talk to me about the partner officer, because that's a big deal too. There is another buzzword, a buzz phrase called duty to intervene. And I don't know about you, but what I saw is you might not want to get in the air and get other units. And forget that, man. Your partner just got done getting fucking slapped.
Well, yeah, there were a whole lot of red flags with that subject as he was approaching the cop.
Yes.
And at some point as that cop, you need to register, this doesn't look right. So I may need to defend myself here. Someone is yelling and screaming, pointing at you and approaching aggressively. So, okay, let's say benefit of the doubt. You didn't think he was going to slap you. He slapped you.
Yep.
Your partner, or what we would call 94, your 94 just sat there, got on the radio and didn't do anything.
Yeah.
That's more egregious than you letting yourself get slapped.
I agree. I would say
unforgivable.
Yeah, I would say the intervention, the interference was definitely wanted. Well, I should say warranted in this case, and it didn't happen. And hopefully these are all lessons learned, because I'm here to tell you, man, that all of us podcasters in the police world are talking about it, going, how could you let this suspect, dude, just get right in your face and fucking slap you? You can't tolerate such behavior.
Yeah, unbelievable, And then, like I said, even if that did happen, and for your backup to just stand there and not do anything, and then, the primary officer immediately resorts to his taser. And I've always kind of said, and there's a correlation between how scared you are and how fast you grab your taser. The taser, to me, I've used it. I'm sure you've used it. It's a false sense of security. That thing only incapacitates, if it works, your subject for 5 seconds. You still need to go hands-on.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say, look, man, we're beyond that. You've given me a green light to fucking get it on, bro. That's just the way it is. You know what? When I was a young cop, bro, that first of all, getting that close, I would have body slammed you, Ray Lewis, fucking Baltimore Raven fucking style, just crack you one. And then, while I'm on top of you, trying to get your arms, which, by the way, probably, you know how it is. They scoot their arms and they don't want to get their arms, and you have to use like the baton to clap their arms so that you can do what? Put the your arms behind your back so you can cuff them. Code 4 in custody. We're good to go. I can tell you that it's not pretty. It's ugly. Any use of force that you get involved in, it's not going to be textbook. So to me, I'm not even thinking about the taser. We're going on, man. BJJ, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, and there's some interesting nuances in that video where like the subject ends up against a wall, the primary officer does tase him. Maybe it seems like it has some kind of effect on him. Maybe it doesn't, but the guy kind of just stands there and they continue to scream commands at him. And there's an interesting moment where the backup officer pulls her gun.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, all right, bold move, could definitely go wrong. And then you see another officer, and all credit to him, he just walks up, grabs the guy by the arm, takes him down.
Yes.
Along with another officer. Like, to me, that has all the hallmarks of two scared cops that probably shouldn't be in the profession. And it sounds harsh to say such a thing, but I've seen it time and time again. And it's a widely ignored topic.
Yes.
That, should come to light more than it has.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons why I brought you on to discuss this caper, man, because we're here to be informative, to certainly educate the audience out there, and just know that that is a total disrespect on behalf of law enforcement when someone comes up to you and just goes off like you and fucking slaps you. That's not going to be tolerated whatsoever. And as a result, it's going to be a Donnybrook. It's the way I see it. And I'm sure that you can agree.
Oh, absolutely. And when you work the rougher neighborhoods and you start talking with people, you hear them openly say they know cops aren't going to do anything, or they know some cops are scared. Like the hood knows. People know when a cop is scared, and they know what they can get away with. And for every cop that acts that way, you devalue the badge.
Yeah.
And you devalue the other officers around you and your agency. Yeah. Because now you all look like cowards.
Yeah. 100%, man. Anything that we missed before we code for this and be done?
No, man. I think it says it all.
Okay, good. What do you think we got coming up, man? What do you think we should be? Anything else we have on the stove?
Couple things cooking. Waiting for some debriefs to come out, but yeah, a couple of things.
Perfect. All right, man. Well, hey, thank you for showing up, like always, and we will see you soon. And of course, like always, please be safe out there, and don't forget to go Code 6. Thank you.